going to be talking about 3 major mind games that narcissists play and why these mind games actually work, like what's really going on. If you love learning about narcissistic abuse and codependency recovery and how you can improve the way you see yourself and thus your life, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell. So let's talk about mind games that narcissists play and talk about why they work, and understand that being able to identify these weapons, these psychological weapons that people use, you are able to prevent yourself from going down any unnecessary rabbit holes. You know, when you don't know what you're dealing with, relationships with a narcissist are maddening, they're crazy-making, and they are soul murdering. You don't even realize what's going on. It's like your body has been infected by a parasite and you are suffering from the inside out. And so let's talk about the first mind game that narcissists play, and that's called gaslighting. Like most of us who have been studying narcissism understand that gaslighting is a manipulative tool that narcissists use to undermine your sense of self and undermine your ability to trust your inner judgment, right? So you end up questioning your own sanity. You question whether or not you've actually heard what you've heard. And narcissists do this by suggesting that they didn't say what they said, that you heard things differently, that you're not really perceiving things accurately. So their goal is to make you distrust your perception, right? So, I mean, is there anything more, crazy making than to have a thought and then to have an experience and then to not trust your perception of that experience, to undermine your ability to have a strong sense of self and confidence in your own perceptions, right? So let's talk, just checking out my notes, let's talk about why this works, right? So the reason this works is because the narcissist, when you first meet them, has been able to get you to trust them. They have sized you up. They have studied you. They have gotten you to expose your vulnerabilities, right? So they know where your pain points are. They know what your vulnerabilities are. They know what you like, what you don't like. And so they know where all your buttons are. And they did this by faking empathy, by faking this idea that they really have the ability to care about someone else's feelings. They've mirrored you, so they've studied your emotions. So if you like, if you like vegetables, they like vegetables. If you're an animal rights activist, they're an animal rights activist. They might, be, a terrible person when it comes to how they treat animals, but you won't see that part of them because they're mirroring your likes and your dislikes. So gaslighting will work because you've developed trust in this person. So now when you say to them, I thought you said, and they go, oh no, sweetheart, I never said that. You heard wrong. Or you're perceiving things the wrong way. Or they throw shade your way. And then they suggest that you're just too sensitive. And then you're making a big deal out of nothing, right? They're undermining your ability to have faith in the way you're perceiving situations. And so this is achieved through gaining your trust. Another reason that gaslighting works is because narcissists have used intermittent validation, intermittent reinforcement. So that means that, on Monday, I was able to please the narcissist. And on Tuesday, the narcissist was impossible to please. There was narcissistic rage. There was all sorts of chaos. I was getting accused of things that I wasn't guilty of. On a Wednesday, maybe the narcissist is able, you're able to please the narcissist, right? You won't realize that this intermittent validation is actually taking place, that it's not rooted in anything that's rational. This intermittent validation, this intermittent reinforces, this trauma bonding, where I'm able to have this amazing connection with this narcissist, and when all is right with the narcissist, all is right with the world. And I become addicted to this narcissist and these intense emotions, and the makeup phase of the relationship is just so intense. I become addicted to it, and I live every day thereafter in fear of losing that. So that's one reason, or another reason why gaslighting works, because on the back end of this experience of being gaslighted is this fear of losing this narcissist's validation. Second mind game, major mind game that I think narcissists play is blame shifting. And blame shifting is a way that narcissists make you feel that you're the one who's crazy. And so blame shifting works because, again, we've been love bombed. We have this addiction to pleasing the narcissist. We have this fear of losing the narcissist's validation. We're walking around on eggshells. And now what happens is when we dare say, hey, you hurt my feelings, or hey, that wasn't very nice, the narcissist uses blame shifting as a way to avoid responsibility. Now we're already hooked. We already trust this person. We already believe that we're dealing with someone who has high empathy. They actually don't, right? We're in this crazy making cycle. We're doubting our reality. We're being gaslighted. And then when we do confront the narcissist about something that we want to discuss, they use blame shifting. And so this ends up making us feel like we're crazy. I don't know about you, but I've lost count of how many times when I wanted to talk to someone with high narcissistic traits about a particular issue, and they absolutely turned the tables on me and were angry because I was angry, or they were upset because I wanted to talk about this thing that happened, not to blame, but to just discuss so that it doesn't happen again. Or maybe being that we're in a relationship, maybe you should understand what my boundaries are, and I need to understand what your boundaries are, and we can meet in the middle maybe, and like grow as a person or grow as a couple, grow as persons inside a relationship. And so when people use blame shifting inside relationship dynamics, this is crazy making, and this is one of the ways that a narcissist can make you believe that you're the one who's actually crazy. The third game that narcissists play is projection. Now, when someone is projecting on us, to me, what's so important that we recognize is that they are convinced that the world is black and white, they are right, and you are wrong. They are absolutely 100% committed to the idea that they're the victim and you're the persecutor. There's no ability to be objective about the way they think. Therefore, you are the problem. You have created all of this that they feel. And so if you are somewhat of a healthy person and you want to understand your partner, you get stuck in trying to understand what they're saying. And so healthy people do reflect. Did I say that? Did I do that? Maybe I do have to watch that. But when you're dealing with a narcissist, that gets completely exploited. They've decided early on that you're that person. They know that you have high empathy. They know that you have issues with feeling misunderstood. If you carry shame and guilt, projection is going to work on you, because your core wound is going to be, I'm not enough and I'm no good, which is what shame is, versus guilt. Guilt is tied to my behavior. But when I come from a dysfunctional home and I, as a child below the age of 7 or 12, decided that I am unworthy, and even deeper, it's my fault that I wasn't able to gain the attachments and the attachments to the people that I love in my family, it's my fault, then I'm going to carry shame. And when I bump into a narcissist and they blame shift and they gaslight me and then they project on me, I'm going to accept that shame. I'm going to be triggered, and I'm going to work tirelessly at proving to this narcissist that I am not what this narcissist thinks I am, that I'm actually a loving person, that I actually do trust them. Even though they've cheated on me and they've lied to me and they've misled me, I will say, I am so sorry. I will chase this narcissist and beg for them to take me back. That's how crazy making this is, and that's how important it is that we recognize the mind games that narcissists play and why they work. I hope this video has helped you understand a little bit more about the 3 major mind games that narcissists play and why they work, and what you can do to really make sure that you don't get caught up in this. One of the major things that you can do is not defend yourself. When you begin to identify narcissistic traits, that means that you're not being heard. That means that you're recognizing when people do not take accountability. You're recognizing when people blame shift and they turn the tables. When you recognize that someone has the inability to hear your side of the story and they can't meet you halfway, when you recognize that you're dealing with someone who does not have the ability to think about the way they think, or to observe their own feelings, or to imagine how their actions and their words have affected other people, it's time for you to really check yourself and to make sure that you're not dealing with someone who has high narcissistic traits. If you notice and believe that you're dealing with someone who is on the spectrum Be careful about defending yourself. It's not necessary to defend yourself. It's necessary for you to present who you are and to present your information and to see where that goes. But if you're dealing with someone with high narcissistic traits, one of the worst things that you can do is go into defending your position. What I suggest is observe. Observe the weapon that they're using. Observe the psychological weapon that they're using to manipulate and to control you. And from there, detach, emotionally detach, take a step back, ask for time, and then renegotiate, at least in your own mind, where you want to go and what you want to do moving forward with this particular relationship. My name is Lisa Romano. I'm the Breakthrough Life Coach and best-selling author and creator of the 12-Week Breakthrough Coaching Program. This is an online coaching program that I moderate myself along with the team over a 3-month period, and it's a program that I created to help people really increase their ability to observe the way they think. It is a program that is full of life skills that so many abused adult children from alcoholic homes and narcissistically abusive homes have missed out on, because when we should have been learning about life skills, we were just trying to survive instead. If you want to jump into some programs right here, right now, check out the Breakthrough Warrior membership site. You can start my Loving the Self video meditation program today. You can start my 12-part codependency audio series today. You can start the narcissistic programs that I have available right here, right now, and today. And you become part of a private Facebook community. Namaste, everybody. Be safe out there. Until next time. Bye for now. If you love this content, check out the next video. And don't forget to click the link below so you can take the codependency quiz.